If this is a Porter and Thurman video, why are we watching Floyd Mayweather? Maybe I feel like watching Perfection, since I don't see it out there today. Now, fuck up and learn something for once. As soon as the video come on, you criticize it. Duke was like, yo, he always fighting he fought the old Oscar. What about the early Floyd? Everybody forget about the Floyd before Oscar. When people talk, if they talk Oscar and beyond, you can tell that they don't love boxing. You ain't gonna do your Floyd runs all the time. He don't go after nobody. You ain't see the early Floyd. Now shut the fuck up and learn something. People love to say, give him some time. Give the boxer about 2-3 years. And then he'll be ready for a fight like that. I don't never say that shit. Never. Mainly because who am I to judge when another man should go and not go? You're the same people who feel you know when it's time for a boxer to retire. Counting out the George Foremans and the Shane Mosleys of the world. Even Roy Jones Jr. At once y'all praised the ground that this nigga walked on. But all of a sudden, he take a couple losses. When he took his first loss, niggas turned on him. Y'all don't love boxing. So we gave it a couple years. I remember when motherfuckers was talking for a minute. Who better? Who would you put in your top 5 in what order? At that time, I think I want to say Khan was reigning supreme, Bradley, Thurman, and Porter. People were putting your man Porter above Thurman. They were both undefeated. I felt at that time that was the best time for them to fight. Not when you fans felt it was good enough. Because in 2-3 years, you guys end up forgetting what the fuck happened 2-3 years prior. But you motherfuckers want to hurry up and talk about, boxing. And like, I had to literally sit down with my mans and put on, like, the Philip Endo fight and show them, listen, when Floyd was in his prime, Floyd does have a prime, obviously. When Floyd was in his prime, the boy came with it. You can say what you want. I don't care about after Oscar. They always quick to bring that shit up. At that time, it was the right time. Kept writing your boy off. He was setting niggas down with some ill body shots. The early Floyd. So I felt like the early Thurman, well, give him a couple years. The early Porter, give him a little bit. I think that fight should have happened when they both were undefeated at that time. If you look at resume-wise, Porter has a more decorated resume than Thurman. He does. Say what you want about Broner. Broner's a world-class fighter, especially in the 140-pound division. Hey, I don't care what you don't like about him outside the ring. You non-loving boxing oh. Talk about what happens in the ring. This nigga here. You see this nigga here, son. Let me catch myself. Had to show him that Floyd was toying with this nigga, testing out his own defense against a world-class fighter. Endo was undefeated at this time. 31 wins. 30 knockouts. Get out the way, homie. I'm doing a fucking video right now. Boxing comes first. I don't give a fuck who it was. You got to wait. Then you saw your man Porter just mow his way through this nigga. Yo, your man Porter, man, like, and then they gave, hey, beating Malnaji the way Porter did was a memorable moment. I know a lot of people say Malnaji ain't shit. Well, you gave him full credit when Danny Garcia faced him, didn't you? Oh, Malnaji was a perfect opponent for Danny Garcia, but not a perfect for this nigga Porter, though, right? You still want to wait a couple years? The fight's here. It's time. Thurman versus Porter. Let's get it, man. I had Thurman before winning. Now I gotta break it down in detail. Exactly why this nigga Thurman gonna pull off the victory. Part of it has to do with a reach factor. Can I see Porter winning this fight? Hell yeah. Why? Because of the layoff. Body shot. Because of the layoff that this nigga Thurman has taken. All these injuries outside the ring. I don't care if he was lying or not. Nigga, you gotta get back in that ring. You better open that damn door. Shout out to Thurman for at least coming back, because he could have vacated like Canelo. He could have just walked over to this nigga's house and gave the shit back. If I have to be particular, can I actually say Porter has cut off the ring yet? Can I say Porter is faster than Thurman? I can't really say those things yet. Porter's a good fighter. Broner dropped Porter, not the other way around. Don't forget about what the fuck has happened so far. Thurman doesn't do that good with body shots, which is Porter's number one offensive trade. I think Thurman needs to tighten up on his inside game. You know them fighters that get down rough and rugged. You know what I'm talking about. Bury your head into a nigga chest. Let him let off shots. You let off shots. You know what I'm talking about. We have yet to see that from Thurman. You can't fight every single fight on the outside. The layoff can hinder this dude. It can hinder Thurman. Will it? That's yet to be seen. I'm going to the fucking fight. Yeah, I'm gonna be there live, dog. I'm gonna try to get up with all them niggas. I'm gonna be shouting mad shit. Yo, Dante, I should get a sign and all that. D Block over here, through this fucking gate, nigga. What the fuck is going on? Let me ask them real questions. Dante putting the heat on niggas. Niggas see Dante, they walk the other way. I don't want no interview from that nigga. That nigga be going to the heart. Shout out to Dante's Boxing Nation for also destroying. I was keeping an eye on that. The subscribers from him versus the Boxing Voice. And you know how long them niggas been doing their thing. Yo, shout out to Dante, man, one of our own YTBC truest to elevate to that level, to have that many subscribers. Man, it's a blessing. And asking those real questions. I'm gonna see if I get there. I'm gonna try to get a hold of everybody. I'm going. I don't give a fuck. We setting it up now, man. It's crazy. And all my questions will be answered. Then I'll know if we should have waited or if the fight should have been back then. Because it depends, you know. I think Thurman has more to lose than Porter does. I think the trail will stop. Porter's still gonna make his money, but he's not gonna make that, you know, $5, $6, $7 million what dudes want to make. He ain't go damn sure ain't, making no Mayweather money. But I want to see all that time laying off. Remember, Thurman also has more of a maybe. Well, if you're injured, right, and you can't fight, are you training still at your maximum? Because I don't think Porter slowed down. He had that exhibition fight, which still kept him busy. Remember? So can we automatically say that Thurman isn't ready for this? Can we automatically say that Porter will beat this nigga? Oh yeah, remember when you watching Floyd, man, watch the early fights. Y'all niggas just some sloppy ass niggas, man. I'm picking Thurman to win. I got the reach. I got the speed on my side. I need Thurman to win because of all the hype that's surrounding you. I see it in you, dog. You're one of those. I remember this dude that used to be on YouTube a minute ago, back in the YTBC. The nigga name is J444, some shit like that. And you could probably still find his old ass videos. And he used to say, he brought up a good ass point. He said he notices a lot of people who are given God gifted talent, which you can't work with. You know what I mean? You can't buy. It's sort of like your parents. You got the right genes in you. You see what I'm saying? It's God gifted. You can't choose who your parents are. You're just a lucky motherfucker. And he said people who end up receiving that talent a lot end up abusing it. Don't use it to its maximum. I think everybody knows of a dude in basketball, a dude in their high school. I got one too, who is just absolute monster. Monster with the handle. Can boof on anybody. Like, got scouts coming to see him and then just, derail from what the plan should have been. I mean, it was clear that he had God gifted talent. And Thurman is one of them. I want to say Thurman definitely has God gifted talent. The training is extra. You got to also work with it to make your shit perfected. Right now, Thurman is at perfection. But I think, if it's a bump on the eye, dog, if it's a shoulder injury, I don't know what the fuck it is, but whatever it is, I think that you should have been in the ring a little bit more. I think that if you really want it, you have to go get it. I think that a couple of paydays, this nigga walking around with no fucking socks on and shit, looking like the Jetsons and shit. I mean, I don't know, man. I think the money sort of could have got to Thurman a little, because you got to think about it. These boxers are making millions of dollars, dog. So, $1 million payday, Thurman is like, man, I'm good. My rent paid, been paid up. Or my house is paid off and I pay my taxes. I'm good for the next 3 years. I don't need the box. You see what I'm saying? Some boxers do that, man. You get that paycheck, please. Has it gone to Thurman's head? It looked like it a little bit. It looked like he says the right thing because a fighter can always put himself back into fight mode. Whether his mode is elite or not, it's a different story. He can always put himself back in the fight mode. So when he's asked certain questions, yes, he's on point. He ain't get rocked that much to be not on point. I mean, the boy, he can answer a fucking interview. But your skill level will show the truth. You can say everything you want. Your boy Povetkin all day long, I'm innocent. I'm innocent. I'm a clean fighter. And then it comes out totally different. You know? Khan really believing he could have beat this nigga. And then it comes out totally different. See, man, certain calls you gotta take. Ain't that about it, bitch? D-Block, I'm signing off. Let me know what y'all think. I got Thurman for now. Should I have to wait 2 years to give another answer? What the fuck, man?